Harambe statement. And this is a statement, it's just an affirmation that we use. It means Harambe is a statement. The Kiswahili term, it means let us pull together. So it's a call and response. All you have to do is repeat at the end. We're going to say 7 Harambe. So I'm say Harambe, and then you guys repeat Harambe. Everybody lifts their hands. On the 7th Harambe, we lift our hands and hold the Harambe as long as we can in unison. All right?
Thumbs up, thumbs down, bro.
Left palm up. Okay, so I can explain that. When we lock up with our left palm up and our right palm facing down. Our left palm is facing up to acknowledge God. All right? It's not religion. You could be whatever religion, how we choose to worship, but we do it acknowledge God. Our right hand is facing down to represent God's will manifested through us here on earth. So that's why we lock up the way that we do. All right, everybody ready? If it is to be.
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 It's up to me.
It's up to me.
I feel good about myself.
I feel good about myself.
I feel good about the people around me.
I feel good about the people around me.
Because I walk with good.
Because I walk with good.
I talk with good.
I talk with good.
And that makes me feel.
And that makes me feel.
Real good.
Real good.
Good, better, best.
Good, better, best.
Never let it rest.
Never let it rest.
Till your good is your better.
Till your good is your better.
And your better is your best.
Till your better is your best.
African people.
African people.
We were once great.
We were once great.
We shall be great again.
And we shall be great again.
Lose not faith.
Lose not faith.
Lose not courage.
Lose not courage.
Step forward.
Step forward.
Harambe.
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 Harambe. To point out, while a whole lot of people around the country are choosing to march and to vigil and do all those kinds of things around the Trayvon Martin case, there have been no less than 37 other instances that have happened since January 1st that are very similar to Trayvon Martin, where we've had a young African-American person murdered by another person, and that person is known, has not been arrested, and has not been charged with murder. For various reasons, whether it's stand your ground, whether it was a person who was in someone's home. When it involves us and our children, they are saying it is okay for them to use deadly force against us. And we feel, our group feels it's time for us to step up and take some action beyond just marching and doing vigils. So myself and a group of brothers got together, we put together a presentation for you in a workshop. So this is not just a lecture. We're going to have a portion where we're going to share some information with you, and then we're going to talk about some skill sets, we're going to talk about some understandings, and we're going to make some agreements on some actions that we could take. We choose to be proactive as opposed to reactive and start to set up some things that are going to protect ourselves and even in some cases defend against those who come against us. So I'm gonna fix the lights, and then we're gonna make a presentation, and then we'll have a chance to enter into some dialogue and go back and
Brother
forth.
Keith.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want to make an announcement, and I'm first of all, I'm so excited about this, and Brother Kiva and Sharif and everybody here, because we're not going to be sitting back, because this business has been going on for hundreds of years. It's time to stop it. Our church, I'm going to bring flyers for you. City Joint Ministries this coming Thursday, we're going to have a community town hall meeting. We're saying stop all violence. Let me, in my 3 seconds that I have, let me be perfectly clear. People might disagree with me, but you disagree if you want to. We need to stop all violence. Because I think what the media is trying to do is allow us to pick and choose what violence that we stop. We need to stop it all. Against women, against kids, against our total community. And so I'm excited that we all here in Durham are standing up, men and women, and calling attention to it all. 51% of all kids in this country live in poverty. And Durham is 28%.
Please
Please make sure your phone is on vibrate.
How's everyone doing this evening?
Good.
Well, like Brother Akiva said, I'm Brother Sharif, as y'all know me. Like Brother Akiva said, related incident. So we're just trying to get that in people's head that what happened to our brother Trayvon there, this isn't an isolated incident. Just within the last month, he passed away on February 26th. Just within the last month, we have at least 20 reported cases of the same thing happening, of our brothers, men and boys, being executed by police or security officers, or those who say that. So we're just trying to get you in the mindset that this isn't an isolated incident. We got Emmett Till there back in 1955. Most of y'all should know, and maybe the young people don't know, that he was killed by whites and they dumped him in the river for whistling at a white woman. Here, you got a 4-year-old child on a tricycle with a backpack and 6 FBI agents surrounding him because they say he's a threat. Won't that sound familiar? And then you got Abram Smith and another brother here, just in Marion, Georgia, Marion, Indiana, 1930, hung for looking at white women and look at the man pointing, saying, this is what you get. And it's believed that they were sodomized before they were hung. Some of our grandparents were living during this time in Indiana in 1930. So this is a historical thing that's been going on. And then, of course, our brother Troy Davis, November, December, that they executed him. And we believe that he was innocent. Most of the evidence leans towards he was innocent. So just last Sunday, our Christian family recognized the resurrection of Christ. And for us to honor our brother, Jesus or Isa or Yahshua, however you acknowledge him, we are supposed to have a mental resurrection so we can reach our full potential in our body. But the facts before us say that our boys and our men are dying, not just physically, but mentally. We are dying. We don't know what's going on. If you ask a Chinese child, who are you? Most of them will tell you, I'm Chinese. If you go to an Italian child and ask them, who are you? Most of them will say, I'm an Italian. But if you go to not just our youth, but our adults and ask them, who are you? You may get 12 different labels of who we are. I'm American, I'm African American. All these different labels. No one else does that but us. So that tells me something's wrong with the way that we are being taught. And where you're born can't necessarily signify who you are. Y'all understand that? Where you're born don't signify who you are. Let me give you a quick example. If you and your wife are expecting a baby and you're getting ready to take a trip on a plane, y'all get on the plane and go, and then they have to pull over so you can have the baby, and you happen to be on Delta Airlines. And you pull over in the middle of nowhere, your baby isn't called Delta Airlines in the middle of nowhere. Y'all understand that? So where you're born can't signify who you are. And just recently, they just changed the definition of an American. It used to be someone from European descent. We're African. But a lot of us don't want to be identified as that. So that is a direct connection of how we're being miseducated. There's never been a time in history, especially with black people, where we got master's degrees in economics, but our economy is still failing. We got master and doctor degrees in psychology, but we're crazy as hell. So something's wrong with the way that we're being taught. Just recently they had a case where a man was infatuated with his co-worker, a woman, and he was jealous because another man was talking to her, so he killed the man, and they asked him why he do it. His defense was a demon in the form of Barry White told him to do it. You're crazy as hell. And then you heard about in Miami where a boy killed his mother and had a party and put bleach and stuff on her so the scent wouldn't alarm people. Killed his mother and then had a party. So something is wrong with the way we're being educated. But like my brother Malcolm said, a lot of it has to do with the media. The media is programming our mind. and then we're gonna get into it. Go to the next slide. I got a quick question for you. Who's this right here? Anybody?
The honor student from Chapel Hill. Eve Carson. What's her name?
Natalie something. Natalie
There you go.
something.
Oh, that, yeah, the one in
Send the
the
army
river.
down there to find their dogs.
Yeah,
This is Natalie Holloway.
Yeah, that's her name.
yeah, the other
She
one.
disappeared in 2005 in Aruba. But y'all have an idea, for the young people, are any of y'all familiar with who this is? Have you seen her before? She disappeared in 2005. It was all over the news for weeks and months and years because she disappeared, went on and on and on. And they're basically saying, this is our queen, and you want to help us find her. We don't want nothing to happen to anyone, whether you like it or not. But the fact of the matter is, black people only make up 13% of the population, but we're 35% of the missing people in America. Who's this?
That's the girl who went missing from Chicago, right? No?
She was in Maryland, I believe. They found her. She was from somewhere.
This is your sister. This is Felicia Barnes, your neighbor. She lives right here in North Carolina. What she did. 17 years old, an A student, never been in trouble. She went missing right here in North Carolina, December 28th, just 4 or 5 months ago, and they just found her body in Baltimore, naked, dead. How don't you know about that? But we know who this is. So something is wrong with the way we're being trained in the media, and it's a direct connection to what's going on in the media. It is not just Trayvon Martin. You can go all through the slides. I'm going to show you something that our brother Akiba put together. Thank him. I thank. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna just turn this down for now, and then we'll put it back up.
I thank Brother Akiba and thank the Rites for letting us do this. It took the brother a long time to help me put this together. And let me get through this, and we're going to have plenty of time to ask questions and go on with the program. But I want to get y'all this information because every single person that's in this room, we may never get together, every single one of us again. It may never happen. So I want y'all to get this information, but you have plenty of time to ask questions. It's not about me.